Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and the Invaders, issue number 7. Man, oh man, if I could just simply have a spoilers channel to talk about every single thing that happened in this comic book, man. Y'all know I'm not big on spoilers. I don't want to give spoilers because I want you guys to be able to be surprised when you read the book and you're just like, oh my god, that was great, and then talk about it with me in the comments. I just want to spoil every single thing that happened in this book because it was intense. Could this be the greatest issue of one of the greatest comic books modern day out right now? Dude, this feels like some classic Bronze Age, no, not even Silver Age, no, definitely Bronze Age. Like the high intensity action and like the stakes are massive, you know what I'm saying? And yes, people could actually die. That's what this feels like. This is a fantastic book. Holy crap. How is this book how does it not have plastered all over it? Nominated for this and this and this and this and this and won all of these. How is that? It's already at issue 7. Haven't people caught on yet? Let's talk about who made this book. We're going to talk about the book itself. No spoilers. Damn it, no spoilers. Okay, so brand new story arc. No, it is not a jumping on point. Issue number 1 is the jumping on point. Go and get that trade paperback if you can. Or just, you know, get the original issues if you can. But this is Dead in the Water Part 1. The writer is Chip Zdarsky. Artists, Carlos Magno and Butch Juice. Color art, Alex Guimarães. Letters, VC's Travis Lanham. Cover, Butch Juice and Romulo Fayaro Jr. And, the graphic designer is Carlos Lau. My God, man, this book. So, something very important happened in this book, and it was in the very beginning. It was in that page that I was just finished reading. It tells you on top that the visitor that Namor has, that Tommy McCann guy, who's a person from his past who had died a long time ago, that's not actually him, apparently. It's a psychic projection. Okay, cool, because I thought it was like maybe Namor was seeing ghosts. Maybe Namor was, he had some kind of confusion about it. Maybe that was coming from Namor's own psychosis. But no, they say in here that it's a psychic projection. Spoiler? Don't know, but it was revealed there. This is just a psychic projection. Okay, that means that someone else is probably doing this to him. Wow, whoever that person is, your ass is grass. Pray to the Lord for your soul, because your ass belongs to Namor when he discovers you. Woo! You in trouble now, man. You in trouble now. Bucky gets a huge up in this. You see the cover of this comic book, Iron Man versus Bucky. Oh, it only happens for a moment. And this is almost exactly what happens in the comic book. The Human Torch is not involved in this. The Android Torch is not involved in this, in this particular fight. But yes, this fight does actually happen. Stark is portrayed beautifully in this. Look, I know a lot of people think that I think that Tony Stark is a bad guy. No, he's not a villain. He's on the cusp of being a villain because of who he is, because of who all of the best creators of Tony Stark and writers of Tony Stark have always made him with. I never want to bother writers about, what they do, but I really do want to ask Chip Zdarsky, tell me exactly what you think of Tony Stark. Who do you think Tony Stark is? Because right now, the way that he wrote him in this book, I would love to see Zdarsky write every character. Give them all to him, all right? But for now, he is a humble guy. I love that about him. There are other writers who want to write everybody, and they're not so humble. They really believe their own hype. Zdarsky's not like that, and I love that about the guy. I would love to see him write Tony Stark, though, because, wow, he's really got him down in this. It's the more angry side of him, but the synopsis as I see it is perfect. So we get a little further into the story. We see Bucky just being a straight badass in this. He has a moment, and that one moment is better than anything that I've seen from him in years. You know what I'm saying? I've loved other books that had Bucky in it, books that featured him on the cover, you know what I'm saying? But this was next level. This was Bucky actually coming out, and it's like, you and me, Tony Stark, guess what's going to happen? You're going to win if this battle's prolonged. But if you attack me the way that you typically attack me, you'll lose. Because I'm not the guy who's going to wait for you to make a mistake. I'm the guy who's going to find your weakness. God, I love that. I love that. Anybody who's been in a good, I don't know about anybody who's been in a good fist fight. Anybody who studies the martial arts for a long time and actually practices, like, real good honest sparring, and you get that kind of combat sense about you, about, you know, somebody throwing punches. There are people who think, I'm just gonna block until you get tired. That's cute. That's a really good strategy if you don't actually have the skills to look for an opening, as opposed to just waiting for the other guy to get tired. Bucky is that true, solid combatant. That's the mentality that he has. Once you show an opening, you don't get a second chance. Wow, this right here just, I had to put the book down and be like, woo, the book was on fire. I had to go and like put some cool water in my hands and get some fire deterrent. Wow, this was good. The end of this book, man. The end of this book, oh my God, I want to talk about the end of this book so bad. I'm not going to do it though. I'm not going to do it. But Zardowski he's in beast mode right now. This dude is straight up in beast mode. Holy crap, give him all the books. Give him all the books, please. Wow. Nothing but wow. Also, Captain America in this book. I liked Captain America's portrayal. There's going to be a lot of people like, he protected the Red Skull. Yes. It's one of those things where justice is blind. Justice has to be universal. He should have to stand trial. And yes, stand trial by American standards. Maybe, you know what? Honestly, maybe he could stand trial by the military standards. But at the end of the day, yes, even somebody like the Red Skull, in my opinion, should stand justice. Instead of just being killed in a street corner, you know, or a back alley where all of a sudden there's going to be his followers and suddenly he gets made into a martyr. It should absolutely be out in the public. There should be witnesses who can come out and you know, point at this guy and say, he did such and such. I looked, I was like, he defended the Red Skull in this from Namor. And it's like, it could have all been over. It could have all been over. You don't come back from a punch to the head by Namor. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're the Hulk. And even then, you're not the same. Because Namor hits like a freaking tank. A billion tanks. Anyway, I liked that Captain America not only defended the skull, but I also loved the way that he explained afterwards, everybody is required to have a trial. And you know, honestly, like that's written into our Constitution. It says citizens and persons, and those people are separated. Persons and citizens are actually separated. Sometimes they're talked in the same sentence, like this particular one. I think that's the first section of the 14th Amendment. I can't remember, but I think that this is where everybody deserves a trial. Every citizen and every non-citizen. Translation, every person. So yes, Captain America is the living embodiment of the U.S. Constitution. I love, love, love that about the character. Also, the Red Skull is drawn ugly in this, okay? I'm going to refer back to Alan Bellman, one of the only remaining Golden Age artists left over. The art team in this, what do you call it? Guimarães, Magno, Juice, Butch Juice, man, wow. All these guys, they did a fantastic job. Just look at the Red Skull. Look at the idea. This guy, he is supposed to be ugly. I'm never usually a huge fan of him being drawn looking regal. His clothes can look regal, but his face, you can't hide how evil he is just by his face, by how ugly he is. Like he looks like the embodiment of evil. His face is twisted in anger, twisted in the sense of, you know, I am superior to you, even though I certainly don't look it, you know? I love that. I love the way that the art team handled this book, and nothing embodies it better. I love when people, you know, are drawn underwater and underwater kingdoms are drawn like that. That right there is a testimony to how good somebody's art is. But when they drew the Red Skull like that, they get it. They genuinely get it. Wow, this is one of the best books on the market right now. I know that Donny Cates's Silver Surfer Black is huge right now, but issue 2 just dropped. It's hard to, you know, right away put that up in the top tier of, you know, awesome books. So I'm going to hold off on that until around the fifth issue comes out, and then we'll see what happens after that. But this is already on issue 7. dude, this book has to be put up there in those. Obviously, it's a good book. You know, obviously, it's a good read. Obviously, it's great art. Obviously, it's one of the best books on the market, just like The Immortal Hulk. This has to be put in that category. It must at this point. Such an amazing book. Guys, if you're not reading this book, if you're not buying this book, I'm big on that. I don't know how many other channels always get the physical copy without ripping the copy afterwards. I don't know how many people actually get the physical copy, but dude, I'm just saying, if some of your channels, your favorite channels, are not getting the physical copy, you don't see them holding the physical copy, you don't see them purchasing the physical copy, showing you that you need to buy the copy. Support your favorite comic books. Support the writers, the artists. Support these guys. Give them a reason to still have a job. You know what I'm saying? Before all that stuff is lost, because it can be. Maybe you should rethink what you're watching. I don't know. I'm not pointing any fingers because I don't watch anybody else's reviews. I don't. I simply don't. I can say this, though. You need to be supporting these guys. With books this good, man, it's one thing to read your friend's copy or whatever, or, you know, share a digital copy amongst friends. You know, the digital copies available in here. It's one thing to share digital copies with your buds. But for crying out loud, man, like books like this, they need to be supported. We need to show the comic book companies books like this can outsell a Batman. Books like this can outsell a Superman. Books like this can outsell anything that's out there for the most part, because this is just consistently hard-hitting, amazing. I can't keep gushing. Okay, I'm going to give too much. So get this book. Definitely do that. And yeah, I'm done until the next issue, guys. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.